Oh, look, Wardy's noticed the change in the definition on...
Yeah. There you go. Well done.
Oh, there
Nice,
you go. Well
yeah.
done.
Nice.
Well done. How is global horizontal defined?
What do you reckon the difference could be in between local and... like, there must be an in-between. Like, you can't just go from local to global. There's got to be a sort of state? What? County?
Country.
Yeah.
Region.
Regional
level, yeah.
Like in between global.
Yeah.
National. You have to go from local to regional to national, and
to
then
continental.
You could go, continental, and then global, full global. Then after that.
Yeah. So there's stages of horizontalness.
Yeah. Do you reckon they get straighter?
I hope you wrote those down, because I'm going to forget them in like 10 minutes' time. Can you write them down, Bev?
Okay.
Just in case we have to defend this bullshit.
Local, regional.
I can't find a definition for global horizontal, guys.
You can't.
You do.
I can't.
You can't give a definition for global horizontal. No?
No, he can't find one.
Oh, he can't find one. I thought he said he can't give one.
No,
They
you
also
need to
can't-
open your ears.
I also can't find a definition for local horizontal.
Well, you know why that'd be?
Because you're at opposite ends of the scale. You need to come in the middle of the scale somewhere. You need to go like regional or national.
Well, like I say, is there levels of straightness that you?
I like what you did there, mate.
So
yes, we're working at county level.
When you say levels of straightness,
levels of straightness.
Is level not straightness?
Levels of straightness.
Yeah, that's why I said it like that.
Brilliant.
Oh, I love it.
You have a local level, right? A regional level, national level, continental level. Then you can step it up to global. I don't know whether can we go further than that? Can we go to a universal level?
Intercontinental, between continental and global. Intercontinental.
All right, now it's just getting silly.
Level. Having no part higher than another, having a flat or even surface.
Flat.
Or even.
Even. That's not like the even as in the number, is it? 2s and 4s and...
Even. It just says flat or even surface.
Mm-hmm.
Even as opposed to odd or as opposed to rough?
It's like, that's why I say it's a horizontal plane.
Having no part higher than another. So in the context of that first part, I would say the same elevation above the thing that you're being level to, I guess.
What?
So,
No, we've had this one before. Somebody tried to say this about a bridge. Right?
Yeah.
That's higher in the middle, though, isn't it, than the two ends?
Not all of them.
Not if it's level.
Not if it's like a flat, straight bridge.
If it's level, it's an equal distance above the water below it all the way along.
Yeah, because the water's level. Being
Yes.
horizontal.
yeah. Like a causeway.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
you're not
So-
going to try a Hufford, are you? And say that like the tyre of a bike is level to the hub.
Oh man, that's just so stupid.
So that's the thing that's in dispute, isn't it? Is does the water curve or is it straight?
Does the what? Sorry?
Does the water curve or is it straight?
Water doesn't curve, does it?
It's a horizontal plane of
Well,
reference.
it depends if it's to the left or the right.
We all know it's a horizontal plane of reference.
We're talking about reference frames now. Interesting.
What do you think level is then?
So from the surface, which is one reference frame, the horizon looks dead straight. But if you go up high enough, it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
does
seen
it start
curved
to curve?
horizon.
Yeah.
Really?
Does it?
Who's talking there? Is that Wardy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Wardy.
He's
come on,
spoiled
guys.
it.
I was actually starting to like you, mate.
There was so much disappointment in your voice.
Yeah.
Spot on. Oh, Wardy.
Yeah, believe me,
Oh.
Spot On's not very disappointed very often.
I do try, guys.
We were getting on so well.
So can you practically demonstrate this curve, Wardy? Or
What would you accept as practical demonstration?
well, you've
Well, the altitude where it starts to curve would be helpful. At what height does it start to curve?
Well, can I just add this, right, before you start talking about that? If you look in the chat there for horizontal, for the definition of horizontal, it says, number one, in most of the descriptions of it, would say parallel to the plane of the horizon, level, flat. Right, so how can something that is a level, flat line be parallel to something that is curved? Like you say, sorry.
You can have two parallel lines that are not straight.
But one of them's horizontal.
Yeah.
That is straight, isn't it? That you're not going bendizontal just yet. So hold that one back for a bit.
Horizontal as defined there is parallel to the plane of the horizon.
Yes.
Okay.
The plane of the horizon.
Plane. Yeah,
level,
plane.
flat.
If the horizon isn't straight, then something that is parallel to that is also not straight, right?
But it says it's a plane.
Yeah, it says plane of the horizon, level,
plane.
Flat. It doesn't say if it's not. It just says that's what it is, right?
Level meaning having no part higher than another.
Even when you go to number 3 on that one, it says mathematics, measured or contained in a plane parallel to that of the horizon. That's the mathematical description of the word horizontal.
A mathematical description.
Yeah, that's what mathematics it says there. That's Collins English Dictionary, unabridged, 12th edition, 2014.
I was going to ask you if you knew the print date.
Yeah. It says there, level says being in a plane parallel to the plane of the horizon. Horizontal. Like, brilliant.
Yeah.
You've just doubled up there. Like, where's the curve? Even your first one says having a flat or even surface. What sort of a flat curve have you ever seen? Have you ever seen any flat curves? I've never heard of a flat. That sounds like an oxymoron.
This is weird. If you look up the definition of plane, it says completely level or flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Level or flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put it in a level position, then it will be level, won't it?
So, planes...
Which means it can be described as either or.
Yeah. No, because there's a circular dependency here, right? So horizontal refers to level. Level refers to plane. Plane refers to horizontal and level.
No, you see, level doesn't necessarily... Well, level refers to plane because level is a horizontal plane. Right? But a plane doesn't necessarily... not all planes are level. Like, we've got to do a not all, okay?
If something is plane, it's completely level or flat. A plane surface.
Yeah, it's not necessarily horizontal, is it?
Correct.
Yeah. It just means it's a flat surface, right? A plane is two-dimensional.
By that definition, something can be a plane surface can be level but not flat.
Sorry?
No,
No,
it's
I don't
flat but
think
not
so.
level.
No, the definition of plane is completely level or flat.
Yeah, flat
Flat. Yeah, flat,
but not horizontal.
level.
No, level or flat.
Yeah. If it's not level, it is flat.
Right, but it could be level.
Either, yeah, it could be. Well, it could be both. If it's level, then it will be flat and level. Because it's a plane.
But not necessarily horizontal.
Right, but something can be level for having an even surface and no part higher than another.
Yep. In a horizontal position. Right? That's what level is.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know. The tough thing here is you're looking for a curve and you won't find one. It's tough.
And you're looking for flat, and I'm saying depending on which pieces of the definition that you take.
For flat.
You are.
Where? It's a
There you
horizontal
go. There's
plane.
plane. Completely level or flat. Level says having flat or even surface. Okay. Or.
Is that the only description of plane you've got?
No, there are multiples. As with all these words, there are multiple definitions.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the different definitions, depending on kind of which definition you take, you guys are obviously choosing to take the ones that contain the word flat because that coincides with your bias.
No, I'm not. I'm not bothered. I don't ever use the word flat, in case you've noticed. I mean, have you noticed?
You've used it quite a bit in this conversation.
Yeah, because you just keep talking about it. You're the one that brings it up. I say that level is a horizontal plane. Right? I think that gives a bit more description than flat.
Level is a horizontal plane. Okay, planes are completely level.
Two-dimensional construct within mathematics, right?
Yeah, and something that is horizontal
it defines that thing in a very particular position.
And something that is horizontal is level. It could be described as a level plane. So basically, it's a circular reference to itself.
It's a very good description.
That is a circular dependency on itself.
What is a circular dependency upon itself?
Horizontal is equal to level, which is equal to plane, which is equal to horizontal. It goes round in a big circle.
Horizontal and level are the same word. It's just level is the practical use of the word horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So level is a straight line on a horizontal plane.
Which could be flat.
Which definitely is a plane.
Could be.
Therefore, flat.
Level, in its definition there, having a flat or even surface. So it could be flat. It doesn't have to be. It could just be even.
Even meaning...
Also, what about going back to the original meanings of the words? Not like what people have fabricated then after, like they're doing on Wiki. Yeah? So the original word of horizontal, and level, where did they come from? Not where they've been adjusted over the years. Over.
Yeah, I've got one there. Plane, geometry. In mathematics, a plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that extends indefinitely far. Plane is the two-dimensional analog of a point. 0 dimension, a line, 1 dimension, and 3-dimensional space. Planes can
That's
arise...
not the adjective.
Sorry?
That's not the adjective. That's a different definition that
It's a
gets
plane
used in a
within
different
geometry.
context.
I mean, that's what we're dealing with, right? If we're dealing with level and the plane, then we're talking about the geometry, right?
If you're using a plane to describe the shape of the Earth, then it's probably a misuse of the term.
And using horizontal to describe what the water level does.
Bendy curved are not in those definitions. Perpendicular to down, indicated by a plumb bob. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that
Yeah.
one. Do you know what perpendicular is? The definition of perpendicular. How to make a perpendicular.
Let's have a look. Let's Google that one.
Okay.
See what we come back with.
Do you want me to find the definition for
Perpendicular.
you?
At an angle of 90 degrees to a given line. Okay, I'll read the whole definition actually, because I feel like I'm not doing it justice there. At an angle of 90 degrees to a given line, plane, or surface, or to the ground. Ooh. I love how it differentiates or to the ground.
The ground would have to be a line, though, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Not by that definition. It doesn't have to
ground
be.
is classified as 0 point.
90 degrees to the ground would be to a point on the ground, yeah.
Can you have
It's
a 90
point.
degree to a point? Is that possible?
A reference point, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you measure an angle? For starters.
Good point, yeah. Pun intended.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Matt.
I'm starting to like you again.
Come on. Explain how you measure an angle, please.
Oh, this is really interesting. So an angle, I guess you would need a line to then have an angle off of that, wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay. Fair point. Fair point. Oh, point. God, here I go again. I'm such a joker this evening. Can't help it. Honest.
Oh, that comes naturally to some of us. Oh dear. Well, got to
All
laugh at your
of
own
your
jokes.
Okay,
definitions were created by people that believed the Earth was a globe. That should cause you to ask what they meant and in what context. Oh, what does that mean? The definition for perpendicular would come from geometry, right?
That's just the adjective.
For you, yeah. Do you see the one above it?
When a straight line standing on another straight line makes the adjacent angle equal to one another. Oh, interesting. So that's based on two angles. Angles is called a right angle, and the straight line which stands on it is called a perpendicular to it. Yeah, that seems reasonable, because if you've got 90 degrees on one side, by definition you'd have on the exact opposite side the same 90 degrees if the line on which that line going up is sat is dead straight.
Yeah.
By definition.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your plumb bob in real life. Yeah, that's plumb bob is your vertical, and your horizontal is your level. Perpendicular to each other. Yeah. So like I'm in construction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I use a level, so I get my spirit level, and that's my horizontal, and I drop a plumb bob down, and that's my vertical, and they are perpendicular.
That's local level, right?
Well, you just said earlier there's no definition for local. Or
yeah, it's interesting,
global.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so it's horizontal, but what is it if it's not horizontal? Like, at what point does it stop being horizontal to be another horizontal somewhere else if it's horizontal all the way. Horizontal being a straight line.
Is that some tumbleweed?
I'm drawing something. This is interesting.
Is it a dick angle?
It's a dick angle. Yeah.
Excellent.
What, the other 180?
Just make sure whatever you do, if you're using cosines, put them in the right place, or I will boot you.
So see that bent baseline?
2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that
See that bent baseline?
Yeah, bendizontal.
So both of those lines that come off it are perpendicular to it, right?
Yeah, where's your horizontal?
Well, this is the thing.
You're not proposing that those two wonky lines are verticals, are you?
Wonky.
Wardy!
If that's a portion, if that's a portion of a sphere, and you zoomed in on that long line,
Yeah.
that line would look dead straight from where you are, would it not?
No.
That looks bent. I'm
Definitely
looking
not.
at it from here, and that's bent.
Yeah, but if you zoomed right in on it,
Ben?
Yeah.
Is it a local one?
Is that yeah? Where's that locally horizontal? Where's your vertical local? Wardy, have you done any building work or
I hope not.
have you ever
okay.
actually done anything practically?
So my dad was one of 10. They're all tradesmen.
Okay.
So have you ever put a shelf
He'd
up?
be ashamed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've worked in the industry as well.
Which
the
industry is that?
The built construction industry.
Well, what did you do?
Doing what? Yeah.
Everything from fitting floors to laying bricks to plastering walls to.
He's having me on when he let me talk about spirit levels. He knew all about it.
Of course, yeah.
Right. So they
Did you hold on, Bev? Did your 4 foot level, Ben? Did it?
4 foot level. No. Should it?
Have you ever got? Have you ever
that's
got
horizontal,
a plumb bob?
mate.
Yeah. Have you ever got
Weirdly,
a plumb bob to
though.
hang at that angle?
Weirdly though, water always finds its level, but that bubble seems to have a curve in it. There's something strange going on there.
Oh, here we go. It's the only curved water you're going to find.
Is the only curved water I'm going to find, is it?
Well, no,
No,
Well,
I
he's going
don't
to show
know.
you a picture of a wave in a minute.
That water's not at rest either.
I mean, let's go back up the chat a little bit.
The water's not at rest either, Wardy. Inside a spirit level, is it now? It's contained.
There's lots of curves in that water.
That's spirit.
Where?
Oh, it's the little waves at the shore.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Well done.
That constitutes curves to them, doesn't it?
What about on a lake?
What about on a lake? That still has waves.
Right, what about in a canal?
What happens if I built a wall around it? So there was no waves or wind, then I put a lid on it.
How much curvature
would there be in a lake?
None.
How much curvature would you expect to see in a 100-meter Olympic swimming pool?
None.
0.
Yeah.
It's horizontal.
Even if the Earth was as curved as it's presumed to be by the globe model.
Or 8 inches in a mile.
Right, wait a minute. What happens to water? Does it matter what the shape underneath is? Like, if you curve the bottom of the swimming pool, will anything happen to the water?
Well, yeah, but if you got a shallow end and you got a deep end, right?
Yeah.
If the swimming pool was the size of a planet, then yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
If the swimming pool was the size of a planet, then yes.
The container that the water was in, would the base of the underneath would matter, would it? But only if you scaled it up to the size of a planet.
Yeah.
So when you ask us for a water level in a swimming pool, you know that there's no curvature then, because you've just said you have to scale it up.
Yeah.